Jay,
Welcome,
can you
everybody.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Am I good? Am I
I can
good
hear
on
you. Yeah.
sound?
Yep, you're good.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
So, welcome everybody to our first episode of Paranormal Addicts podcast. We have an informal podcast thing on here, mostly just like a question and answer. So today it's kind of interesting because I've been in the hospital since Monday night, and just got out, but we'll have to go ahead with the podcast anyway. Then my usual co-host couldn't be on tonight, so my friend Cody stepped in. So say hi to everybody, Cody.
Hello.
Hello, Cody.
Hello.
But I'm excited because I got two very important people to me in the paranormal field on with us
We're
today.
very
I got
important
my
now.
good friend Kelly and Jay.
Hey.
So
Hey,
So we're going to. So to start out, I'm just going to have everybody kind of introduce themselves to everybody out listening and each other. Cody, you want to go first? Tell us, a little bit about your team, what you investigate, how long you've been doing it. Just the basic stuff.
Sure. I am Cody Sharpe. I am the owner of Sharpe Side of Paranormal.
I can barely hear you guys.
Interesting.
Can
Okay.
you turn up the gain on your mic?
Usually most people turn me down because they don't want to hear me. So, I mean.
Can you hear them okay, Jay? Is it just my sound
I
system?
can. It's your sound system. I was,
Normally my wife doesn't like to listen to me, so it's okay.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. My wife doesn't listen to me either.
So I host.
I don't have one.
A wife?
No, I don't have one. I hear they're handy though.
I don't know how mine puts up with me. I really don't.
All right, Cody. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. I host the Sharpe Side of Paranormal podcast. I also am an equipment manufacturer. I make affordable and very custom paranormal equipment. And I've been in the paranormal full-time for almost 2 years now. And full-time is a very, very loose term because I still have a real job. This doesn't pay, and I'm not doing this for the money. I am solo, but I bounce around with other groups all the time for investigations. Just a little bit about me.
All right.
Okay, before we go on to Kelly or Jay, whoever wants to go next, I want to talk a little bit about your paranormal equipment you make. But specifically, what I want to talk about right now is we have the tornado hit Indiana, not too long ago, kind of like it did Mayfield, where I'm based at, a couple of years ago, and it devastated like the whole town. But from the paranormal aspect, it did a lot of damage to the Stone Mansion, and you have the special K2 meter holders that you've done. Yes, those right there. You want to tell everybody a little bit about those? And
so I have found in the paranormal community that, first off, before we go to the Stone Mansion, that equipment in the paranormal community is really expensive. And I bought a 3D printer for myself, and I was like, I can make my own equipment for cheaper. And then I started making them for friends, and then all of a sudden some strangers started messaging me, we want to buy your stuff. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And I started my little equipment business. And anyway, the Stone Mansion's about an hour and 20 minutes away from me in Winchester, Indiana. They had an EF3 tornado go through, 165 mile per hour winds. Luckily, the building is still standing, but it did sustain damage. So right now on my website, sharpesideofparanormal.shop, you can get this Stone Mansion K2 holder. I don't have my K2 right next to me. Otherwise, I sit it in there. But it's nice because the K2 is like to fall over. This will hold it up. says Stone Mansion. It's got the silhouette of the Stone Mansion on it. They're going for $10, and for each one sold, $7.50 is actually going to the Stone Mansion.
Nice.
So
Very nice.
Just trying to help out the paranormal.
All right, Miss
community.
Kelly, you want to go next?
Oh dear God, I'm just Kelly. That's all I am.
Ain't that the truth?
Nothing but love, Kel. Nothing but love.
I don't know which path do you want me to
you're my
take.
sister from a different mother. Yeah.
I do a lot of stuff. I am the founder and director, lead investigator, and head mama for well, not mama, but we call me the beacon for K2 Paranormal Research. We are based out of Portland, Tennessee, but we will go basically anywhere our funding will allow to research the paranormal and find evidence of it. And then I went on ahead and wrote a little book called The Paranormal Pages Collection 1. There it is. He's got his copy. And his inscription's correct. We should have a contest as to what book my cousin's receiving. There it is. There it is. Yep.
That's right. I'm friends with Kel.
Yep. So I went ahead and did that. I just started a brand new little event and adventure company called Kelly's Haunted Adventures. So we're just starting to get that off the plate, off the floor. And then the next thing is a project that I'm working with on Jay that we have not gotten to be able to release it yet because we're not done yet with setting it up and stuff. Waiting on a little bit of funding to come through. So, yeah.
Yep.
That's me.
Okay, Jay, I guess it's your turn, sir.
I'm Jay Hill. I am the creator and founder of Studio 6 Media Productions. I'm also a podcaster. I just canceled last November Studio 6 Paranormal Podcast I did for 4 years with Shane Feek. And then I have another one with Kelly Shaffer, Cemetery Files, which we've done it'll be a year next month.
Yep. We got to figure out when we're going to actually get this going great.
Yeah. And I also do an audio podcast with Kelly Shaffer and David Taylor from Our Haunted Lives on Paraflix. So we do that when we can get together and record and release it. And we usually have a lot of fun with that. I want to make a little announcement that I might be making or getting some merch made for that Paranormal Triangle show.
Ooh.
So, yeah. I came across somebody today that makes tumblers, customized tumblers.
Oh my God. And our colors would be so great for tumblers. I would definitely take it.
Yeah.
I want a tumbler and I don't do tumblers.
Well, Paranormal Triangle is my favorite podcast. We all know that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're the fan, right?
I'm the fan. And Kelly, Kelly found out that my kids, I was listening to it in the car with my kids, and she's like, I have to watch what I'm saying. No, it really is my favorite podcast because it's just real and it's honest and it's just you guys being you guys and so.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, we do a lot of different topics and this and that. So we have a lot of fun, and we really like the camaraderie that we have together.
It comes across and
yeah.
And it's my turn. It's my turn on the next one.
Yeah. She gets to pick the topic.
It's gonna be black-eyed children. I'll tell you what.
You better not. You better not.
That's like the first topic we thought of when we first started.
Here's my question for you.
Yeah.
And now it's become a joke because none of us want to touch it with a 10-foot pole.
No. What's your question, Ken?
I think they're having.
My question is, recently, you posted on your Facebook and stuff that you're kind of stepping back from being, as active as an investigator. You're going to do more of a consultant
Advisory
role or
role.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's doing some consulting with us. We have my team's basically made out of new and up and coming investigators who just said, "Hey, can I come out and investigate with you?" I said, "Sure, come along." And now I've got this fantastic group of people that I cannot sing their praises even higher than they are right now. They are some of the best investigators I've ever seen in my life. And I've got sensitives on the group that I don't use my gifts for public use. So I asked Jay to come in and mentor my sensitives and my mediums so that they can get a better foothold on what it is that they do and how they can do it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so that's my advisory
awesome
role.
That's awesome because I'm actually kind of working with somebody to help me learn how to fine tune my sensitive. But I've not really used it because I don't really know how. So that's awesome.
Right.
So
Right.
my next question for everybody. I want to discuss ethics in the paranormal investigation.
Well, we had a whole show
I know,
on
Kelly,
ethics.
this is a big thing with you. We just
Yeah.
we want to discuss ethics. I know me and you discuss this a lot. So,
I want to hear what Cody has to say.
Oh my gosh!
well, let me introduce Cody. Hold on just a second. Me and Cody was discussing this earlier, before we all got on air. Cody had this. I got on Cody's page. He had this incident that happened at the Monroe House, where somebody removed bones without permission and decided to try to cross people over, which of course is against the rules of the Monroe House. So that's kind of what the reason I decided to discuss that today. Besides, as Kelly knows, it's close to my heart. So Cody, just hurry.
Okay, I don't know where this thumbs up keeps coming from, but it has popped up.
I don't know either.
It keeps popping up. I like it.
I
though.
saw that.
I like it though.
Thumbs up to you, Cody. Right on.
So what's funny is I was doing some research for the show, and I saw Paranormal Triangle episode 6, ethics and professionalism during paranormal investigations. So, the Monroe House. I'm going to assume you guys are familiar with the Monroe House.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that is about 48 minutes from my house.
Uh-huh.
I'm actually going to be filming a documentary there later this year. Anyway, so ethics-wise, there was a gentleman by the name of Robert Goodman who was there, and he was searching the rafters of the attic and found bones.
Oh,
So, or not
how
the
big
attic.
were the bones?
He was looking for the bones. Anyway, he found the bones. I'm at the basement, not the attic.
Oh, okay.
And he ended up posting it on Facebook. And then people start calling him out for it. And then the owners gave him permission to take them and move them. But
that's not something they can give permission for. That's a whole state process. If you find bones on an investigation, you need to call the police.
Yeah.
yes, well, exactly. But the owner knew it was an animal that got trapped.
Okay.
Okay,
so
they weren't big human-sized bones.
No, they weren't human-sized bones.
Okay.
But
so
Even though that's what they're trying to push him as.
That's what he's trying to push him as on his Facebook. So I would show it, but he has blocked me from his Facebook, so I cannot see because I called him out, and a bunch of other paranormal groups called him out as well. He also admitted in the comments that he likes to go to locations and cross spirits over. Now, personally, I don't think he's well equipped to do that.
Right.
And this is something that Jay and we're opposites on. I do not think us as humans have the ability to cross people over.
No, I do. I have in the past.
And
so
we are exactly
depends.
opposite on this.
But it depends. Like I tell everybody that there's no person who with gifted abilities like mediumship or whatever are the same. You have different paths. You have different elements to what you're doing. So if this is something that you feel that you are led to do, and that you know that Spirit's saying yes, this person needs help or whatever, then that's where I go. Not all the time, but it's just whatever I'm prompted to do. And with Kelly, it's just different. Kelly does her own thing within her own circle, within her own on her own path, and I respect that, and she respects my path. So
And I respect your
we
path,
don't
and we
ever
support each other as we stand.
right,
Mm-hmm.
right,
Yeah.
So my question on that is, I mean, I've crossed spirits over, and like a residential investigation, if a spirit communicates to me that they want to cross over, I'm all for that. But when you go to a place like the Monroe House, Herman Hospital, Waverly, any place like that, it actually says in the paperwork that you sign that that you can not to cross them over.
Mm-hmm.
So that's.
and
the
I really
question,
honestly don't know where that came from, and I really think that is actually kind of a doing the spiritual world a disservice because it's almost like keeping them trapped there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I see that. Yeah, definitely.
yeah, it's I don't quite agree with that. So, but that's just my opinion.
I mean, we can argue that maybe the spirit wants to stay in that location. There's obviously a
Yeah,
reason.
right.
And then you can have the spirits that I had in the cemetery that were messing around with one group of investigators, and then we'd go on. It was like a public hunt, and we'd go on and do our own thing someplace else. Another group would come over, and the spirit would convince them that they wanted to cross over, and so they'd do their whole ritual, and nobody would cross over, and they'd wait for the next group to come up to say, "Yeah, I want to cross over." It was like this rotating thing of the spirit having a joke with the people.
Now going back to this.
So I just realized I forgot to introduce myself to everybody.
Oh yeah, you know what? We should probably do that.
So I am Kent Wilson. For the ones that don't know me, I am the founder and lead investigator for Ken 10 Paranormal, and I've been doing this since 1992. So I've been doing this a long time. I had to take 3 years off for brain and spine surgery, but I'm back, and so that's a little bit about me. So my next question is actually kind of a yes.
It'd be a bad time to tell you I was 3 years old in 1992.
Is it a bad time to tell you that I was 30 in 1992? Well, actually, I was 29.
Right.
I was going to say, aren't you 29?
I was 18.
Yeah.
But so a little bit of self promotion here. Cody and Kelly, I know you both are going to be at the Paracon that we're having
God,
in
I hope I
October.
am.
That me and Kelly's co-hosting. So we would love to have Jay come and join us too. But you want to tell everybody a
I
little
think
bit about?
I'll be working. I work in a private country club.
And that's the time that they're having all kinds of parties.
Yeah, I'm a grill chef, and that place itself has its own spirits. So, yeah, that's a whole different story.
Well, October is such a busy month for everybody, but the reason we do October, as Kelly knows, is the reason we do October is for whatever reason, Graves County, Kentucky, which is where I'm based, where we're based out of, they've adopted like 100 graves for the whole month. So every weekend in October they have some kind of special promotion. So last year they came to me with this idea of doing a Paracon, and so honestly last year we became the second ever Paracon in the area. Paducah beat us by about 6 months. They had one in April that was hosted by Gavin Kelly in the inside the little Traders Mall that they have, which is and so yeah, last year it was just a little thing, and we had it inside like a community center, and we had like 75 people, and we didn't really have anybody big, any big names. We had some good friends. We had Steve Asher, who's out of Owensboro, Kentucky, who's an author, and we had Grizzly Chris, who does Grizzly on the Hunt podcast, about Bigfoot and Dog Man. He came and talked about the Dog Man and the LBL and stuff. But we had about 100 people show up, so we were happy with that. And then this year, we found out that they're not having the Haunts and Legends in Nashville. So me and Kelly partnered up and decided.
Oh
that
no,
we
don't put me
wanted
on
to-
that. Well, okay, you can put that on there. It was all your idea.
Yeah. Well,
It's all your.
we
It's
partnered
your
up.
baby. I'm just helping.
Okay. So we joined forces. However, Kelly's helped me now, and we this year we're having it at the Expo Center at the Mayfield Graves County Fairgrounds. So it's a lot bigger, a lot better venue, and we've actually already secured some pretty big name speakers. I mean, especially for the area, we secured Gavin Kelly, which he's pretty big, period, but he's from Paducah, so it's really big in the area. And we got JB Coates, and we got Kelly. Of course, Kelly was my first big one. She committed last year, actually. She's like, I can't do it this year because I'm already scheduled somewhere. But she's like, as soon as you get next year's date, I'm there. So
Yeah.
So and then we got Cody's going to speak, and then we got some other people. We got Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
That's not what it is.
He's going to speak, and
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
yeah, Risky we all know what it means, Kelly.
Wait a minute. Wait.
But he's actually
What?
he's actually bringing his ground penetrating radar, and we're going to have a special investigation on Friday night, and maybe again on Saturday. Friday night is going to be invitation only for the speakers and maybe some of the vendors, and then so excited about that. So you got anything to add, Kelly or Cody?
I got a question. So WTF,
Yes.
is that the which one is that? Because there's the military veterans what the fuck podcast. Is it that?
Oh no, these guys are out of Franklin, Kentucky.
Okay.
Kentucky. Yeah. They're pretty well retired anymore. He actually works for the county as their historian. That's why he's got the ground penetrating radar. So they're friends of friends. So that's how they agreed to come up with us. And then Cody's bringing his 3D printer with him.
Which one?
Either right, Cody.
Which one? I have 4 right
so you're
now.
bringing your printer.
I got a 5th one coming tomorrow. See, I tricked my wife, or I outsmarted my wife. My wife said that I could.
Yeah, you have to say outsmart. Don't say trick.
I outsmarted my wife. So she said that I couldn't buy another 3D printer using our bank account. And I said, I used my business checking account. So
Well, see, it's right. You should. It's a business investment. Your wife's right.
no, she just said I couldn't use our money towards it.
Well, you got to use your business money to do it.
My business.
That's why I have separate accounts. I have one account for me, and my wife has her own account. My money's my money, and her money's her money. That's the way it was. Wrote up in the beginning.
We did that.
My wife looks at all this. Her only rule is she just don't want me to bring anything back home with me. She's like, when I got back into it, she's like, I know that's always been your passion. She's just like, just don't bring any spirits back. So
My wife just got really pissed at me.
she does get mad at me about the money spending sometimes. But I've learned that if I ask nicely, I can get nice equipment for Christmas and my birthday and stuff. So I kind of play that. I got a SLS for my anniversary. So
That's a good gift.
You got DVR.
I'm not a big.
I got a DVR
I'm not a big fan of
Christmas.
the SLS.
I'm not big on SLS either. It too much false positives, and it can yeah. I mean, it's good to open up a conversation, and it might give you a place to look, but too many false positives, and I mean, this new generation one I got is a lot better. Like but the first when they first came out, like I had to pick it up like a pile of clothes as a stick figure and stuff. So, but I mean, but it's like anything else. I like to have like double verification. So, like if I catch something on the SLS, for example, I want it verified with my thermal. That way it takes. That way it's not just relying on one thing.
And that's what you got to do whenever you get. That's why I think having multiple pieces of equipment are important, because just because your K2 is going off doesn't mean it's a spirit. But if you have your K2 going off and you're getting tripwire and you're getting a REM pod and multiple different devices going off, that kind of corroborates your evidence. Because this is research. This isn't for fun. This is a research field. This is science.
Exactly.
It's still considered a pseudoscience, but the paranormal is a science.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
always like
when you
to
get
throw that
into
pseudo in there.
well, when you get into parapsychology, that's an actual science.
It is.
So there you go.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you.
So
Jay,
here's a fun question.
Yeah.
Here's just a fun question. I know everybody's favorite piece of equipment is themselves. I get that. We are the best piece of equipment. But what's your favorite piece of equipment that you had to buy?
You go first, Jay.
That I had to buy.
Yeah, that you had to buy.
Yeah.
My cat toys.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, seriously, I just got rid of a bunch of my stuff because I don't use it. I don't use them. And I just, I really liked my trail cams that I had. I had like
Those are
6 or
cool.
7 of them. The trail cams are convenient. You can move them anywhere. And they take the SD card and they're all motion and they do, 3-minute to 10-minute videos, so yeah, I like the trail cams are handy and they're really pretty cool. So I guess I would probably go with the trail cams. I got a couple left.
I got a couple of
that
trail
I still
cams.
have.
I got a couple of trail cams.
Okay, that's your
and
channel.
cat balls are good. You just have to make sure that you get cat balls that are actually made for investigation, and you don't just run up to PetSmart and buy
Why?
the ones off the shelf, because
Why?
yeah.
Why? Yeah, why?
Why?
So Kelly, what's your favorite piece of equipment?
Why? Why do you have to be worried about the cat balls?
Because we had a member that's no longer with us because she got too busy. She was a decent investigator, but she went and got some cat balls from PetSense, and they were too. They rode no matter what. Like they just wasn't steady. They were just rolling. Nothing touched it or whatever.
I have no problem with mine rolling.
Rolling.
Yeah.
Mine don't roll.
No, that's why the cat toys I bought, I have little mounts, so they sit in a mount, so they don't move.
You got mounts for them.
It's like a
Mounts are nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if rolling around's your only problem, get a mount for them and buy the cheap ones. Don't buy the ones that are $15 each.
No, I've always gotten the cheap ones. They're the same things. I mean, you can make those. Yeah, that's what I
it's right
have.
there.
Something like that. Yeah.
I make them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cody,
Nice.
Cody makes them.
I make them.
All right,
I'm
Miss
sure.
Kelly, what's your favorite piece of equipment?
Me.
What's that? What?
I said me.
Forever. Somebody.
For what?
She said he asked you what your favorite piece of equipment is, and I said me.
Yeah, me. Yeah. No, yeah, it's true. You. I finally caught it. Man, I'm slow today. I would have to say, as much of a pain in the ass as they are, my camera system. because it paid off first weekend.
Cool.
And I always like to have photographic evidence of things that have gone on. So my cameras have got to be the best ones for me.
Nice.
You're welcome. Yeah, my
Cody.
mic's empty too.
Yes. My favorite piece of equipment, I built it, is my analog EMF reader.
Nice.
That'd work. I
Yeah?
like my compass. My
Compass
compass is a good one.
works.
Mm-hmm. Diamond, stop. Stop.
So my favorite piece of equipment, I guess, would be I really like my thermal camera, and I really like my Paratech. But you know, the Paratech's like the obvious and everything is you have to make sure it's not just pre-scripted words. You know, so that's one of those that I like to have double verification on. You know, like maybe a spirit box and the Paratech or something. But that's a fun piece of equipment anyway.
Nice.
And it's a lot cheaper than obvious.
The obelisk.
So
Yeah.
next fun question is, what is everybody's
I think
bucket list location?
Cody
that
had
you
a
wanna go to?
question.
I did have a
Yeah,
question.
Cody, you had a question for me, didn't you?
I had a question for both
Go ahead,
Kelly and Jay.
Ask Jay
Okay.
first.
All right, so Jay can go. Jay could go first. So we see it a lot now on TikTok. The paranormal, I wouldn't say investigators, the para entertainers
Right.
that go into these locations and claim everything's a demon, and
Mhm.
then claim or like get people to donate money, and then
Mhm.
they'll do like solos and stuff.
Right.
And what is your take on that? I know my take.
Well, you have to realize too is that we live in the world of where everybody wants to be entertained. And so there's the handful of people, there's different sections in the paranormal where we have the ones that are entertainers, we have the ones that are researchers, ones that are really just kind of scaredy cats and thrill seekers, but there's also the people that actually look to watch these TV shows and watch that they either want to be scared or they don't. You know what I mean? So it's an open door. I mean, anybody and everybody does what they do, especially with the I want to be scared whole aspect. They're going to find that, and that element's going to be out there, like you were talking about, like the people on the TikTok and YouTube and all that stuff. Yeah, the majority of it, and I'll say it right here, is bullshit, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? But it's out there. But unless that person or that that team that comes across me and questions my ability or questions what I see or whatever, that I know that that's true, I have not ran into a they're angry spirits, and it's a lot of different
Grumpy
frequencies, a lot of different energies, a lot of different. It's not just an entity that's evil. You know what I mean? There's so many different factors in that frequency and that energy that takes place in that one spot that can mimic itself to be, it's got to be a demon. It's an energy fluctuation. It's
Right.
gonna make everything go off the charts. You know what I mean? So they're quick to jump, and it's people like that do that for entertainment because number one, they want to be famous,
Para-celebrities.
a pair of celebrities, and so yeah, it's just it is what it is. But yeah, it's to me, it's unless you're, and this is just my opinion, but the way I feel is you're doing it for a reason. Where do you want to scare people? Do you want to earn likes and whatnot, and whatever you want to do? But if you're in this field legitimately, you want to try to find the truth, then stick to it because you're not doing anybody any favors. by just trying to fake evidence or to try to get people to like your stuff or to get how many views you can get on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. I mean, yeah, it's just you're in the wrong business.
Exactly. And you know what makes me mad is they'll go into these people. I'm not going to say their names because I'm not going to give them any publicity.
Right,
But they're like they're from 30 minutes away from me, and they go to a lot of locations that I've been to, and they claim, "Oh, this is the most haunted this, the most haunted this, the most haunted that. Oh, there's a demon. We got there was a half possession that happened." Like, no. So it's just like, no, that's it. No, so it's frustrating, but for someone like me because it's insulting to the spirits, but also there are people watching that maybe want to get into the paranormal, but are now not going to because they're afraid. Oh, there's a demon there. I'm not going to go to this location, and it just harms the locations.
Right. Well, you got to realize too that there's a lot of these other businesses and these people that own these businesses that are billing them as paranormal investigations. They thrive on some of that. I'm not saying all, but I'm just saying there's a selected ones that say yeah, because the fact that they know that brings in the dollars.
Right.
The people
and then
who want it.
There's locations that get injured by it too.
Right. Right.
Them as well.
Right. And there's places that get injured just by mentioning the paranormal in their business.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, you've got different layers in this, but yeah, what's going to happen is it's going to come down to everybody. A lot of people are leaving, so to speak, in the paranormal and this and that, and the ones that are going to be left are the children, and they're just going to be sitting here willy nilly doing whatever, and eventually people are going to see through the BS, and they're going to be like, yeah, this is not fun anymore because there used to be fun when you had truth to back it up. Now it's just all hearsay, So yeah, so I'm, and I'm not trying to call anybody out, and I know Cody, you're not either, but it's just the fact that element, the element's out there.
It's the composition of our community,
right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just the way things are.
The paranormal community.
Yep, and a lot of people don't get that. I just
my term for it is para-pop culture. It's the para-pop culture. It's really here the ones of us that do this for the scientifically or for the real reasons. Not everything's a demon. I mean, my friend Gavin Kelly is definitely part of the para-pop culture. He's got his TV shows, all that stuff. But he even calls out the people with this. Everything's demon. Everything's demon. Like one of the places. Kelly, you're like this. One of the places that one of these internet, Facebook, YouTube people said it was demonic was an Octagon Horror, and that was the one that really set off, Gavin and stuff. But like you said, Jay, there's people that's what they look for, and it gets them it gets them a click and it gets them a like,
Mm-hmm.
And
that's all they're out there
it does
for,
make it harder
fine.
for the ones of us that try to do it the right way, but.
Well, look at the Octagon now. You can't live stream You can't live stream there anymore. You can't. They don't allow it anymore. And anything anything you record has to get approved by them before you can publish it. You sign an agreement.
Right.
Yep.
If I have to go to some place to investigate and I need to sign a piece of paper that says what I can and can't do, I'm probably not going to investigate there. You know what I mean? I get that they want to charge people a certain amount of money for that. I get it. But if you don't know common sense and credibility, then who do you have going in there?
Well,
you have to have that kind of contract.
You have to realize the situation that was behind the decision to do that.
Yeah, that's the para-pop culture.
There had been some things going on there that were not that were very unprofessional and unethical, and they put those rules in place to improve the quality of the investigator that's going into the Octagon, because it is such a precious site. It has so many things going on with it that, as Bear says, it's not paranormal, it's supernatural.
I could probably go to half of these places with these people, these YouTubers, and they say they've got a demon here, they've got a
Oh,
demon there.
absolutely.
I'd be able to go into each and every one of them and say, this is exactly what you have here. This isn't what you have here. You know what I mean? I mean, I can walk into, my gifts allow me to walk into a building and I can tell you, yeah, I've got some spirits here and there. Do I have anything negative? Yeah, I got grumpy over here and over here. But as far as like evil, if it's really evil, I'll know it before I even get there, and I'm not going to go in there. I'm not going to put myself in that position.
And here's the thing.
Would it be like us going nope on the third floor of that one building?
Oh, the one building. Yeah. Oh, exactly.
Oh, nope.
Yeah. Nope.
Nope.
Just because something is evil does not make it a demon. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Just because something is evil does not make it a demon.
Correct.
Right.
One more time, Cody. One more time.
Okay. Just because something is evil, it is not a demon. Like, I feel like, and this is just my hypothesis here, but I feel like when we die, we don't lose our personal attributes.
No.
So there are some days I'm a nice person, and then there's some days I'm an absolute fucking asshole.
Right.
And I'll be the same way as a spirit.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially if you're coming in, oh, it's a demon. No, I just hate you. Get the fuck out of my house.
Right. And that's basically it right there. Because what I've always said before is when people pass away and they die, or they want to remain on this side of the light. You know what I mean? They're not ready to cross over yet, but they want to remain on this side of the light. And they're still occupying their house. Put the shoe on the other foot. What if that person was coming into your house after you passed away and they were telling you this, that, and the other thing, and you know what I mean? It's about respect. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even I've ran into angry spirits and some really not so nice ones, to the point where I have rapport with that spirit just because of the fact that I respect them. As a spirit, whatever they did on life and whatever crimes or whatever acts that they committed, that was when they were alive. This is when they're dead. You know what I mean? I may not agree with all the stuff that they did when they were alive, but I respect the fact that there's still a spirit on that side. And when they're ready, they can cross. You know what I mean? So I don't want to bring that whole, we know what you did on when you were alive, and you were this and you were that. And it's like, that's disrespectful.
I want to
connect
not like with them. I want to connect. You want to
connect with them. You're not trying to be an asshole right out of the gate.
No. I want to connect with the spirits and establish a rapport.
Right. That's
so that
the biggest
we can
thing.
have an exchange of data and communication that can make a difference in the paranormal world.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
that's absolutely hands down what I want to do. It doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter how. I mean, I've gotten to the point of where I've seen and this is as far as I'm going to go, a possible demon. I didn't see it, but we encountered it. And until a demonologist has taken a look at it, maybe even more than one demonologist, then I'm not even going to worry about it. It's just a grumpy spirit that decided to be a total asshole.
I'm a self-proclaimed demonologist.
I know.
Oh, yeah?
Of them too.
Yeah, I married one.
Oh, cool.
A demon, not a demonologist.
Oh, okay.
No, my wife.
You better be careful. You better be careful with saying that, buddy.
My wife hates that joke. She
well,
says
he tricked his wife earlier, so he's in training over here for what you actually do say to your wife.
Couple of things.
Right.
One, she hates that joke. She says I keep telling it. The only way people are going to be able to talk to me is through a Ouija board.
And I told you.
And
we're telling you the truth, man.
And I told number two. I told her if she murders me, at least make it interesting, because I want my episode is snapped. I don't want some white chick to be like, this is boring, and then change the channel. I want her to
That's the best. That's awesome. Yeah.
She hates that joke so much. I've told that joke so many
God.
times, but it's funny though. But no, again, I have had a residential case that was really awful, and I was told before going in, oh, it's a demon, and no, it turned out it wasn't a demon. It was just a pissed off spirit.
Right. Right. So maybe there needs to be a committee that a team of paranormal investigators and demonologists need to get together, and they form this task force, and then they go to all these places that all these YouTubers and everybody that are saying this is what this is.
Fun.
This is what this is. This is what this is.
Oh,
And then they
fun.
go in there
That'd be
and say,
fun.
you know, and then they can go in there and then they say, this is what you have here. And you need to show me your proof or, you know, I mean, your credibility is shit. Your
So
credibility is shot. Because if I,
like instead of wanting to go to all the locations of these murder shows that are out there, I can't even remember the name of them now. You want to go to all the ones where there's demons. Right?
Yeah. And the percentage of, the percentage of that is so low.
Oh yeah, it's extraordinarily rare.
Oh my gosh.
Less than 1%.
It's less than 1%.
Jinx Cody, you want me to go?
I will. I'll buy you one when I come down in October.
So this is something I think only Kelly knows, but I actually went through demonology training with Bishop Long, and it's actually an intense course. Mm-hmm. But even Bishop Long tells you that less than 1% of paranormal activity is demonic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I knew that just out of
I knew that without even Long telling me that.
I knew that without anybody telling me that.
Hold on a second.
I knew that without anybody telling me too. But I mean, you're talking about. I mean, not when I went through the course, because I went through the course in 1994. But but now he's he's part of the parapop culture too. He's got his little Eli Roth show and stuff. So so even if you have somebody like that telling you that, come on, people.
Yeah.
I really get tired of the teams who run around and do that stuff. I actually have a location. Kelly knows this. A location that I've been trying to get into for a while, and I don't get denied very often. I usually get in places that I want to, and I've actually been shut out of this. And their exact reasoning was there was a disrespectful team that they allowed in pre-COVID, so now they don't allow teams in anymore.
So
this was the place that this was the place that's high on my list because it's from a town that my dad's family's from. It's a real life ghost town now, where the building's actually a mansion, and President Grant actually stayed there when he was president, but it was used as his headquarters during the Civil War, during the Battle of Paducah. So it's a place that I always want to go to. And my uncle was even mayor of this town, so that usually gets me in any place I want to. But because another team was disrespectful, I got shut out. So that's why these people are going around provoking and screaming demon and everything. That's why it pisses me off more than anything. Because it hurts the ones of us that's there for legit reasons.
So I did a quick Google search, and I found this website that I can get a diploma in modern demonology for paranormal investigators for only $42. Now, I'm mocking it, but I am going to probably enroll and pay that $42 and say I have a diploma in demonology. You're full of shit. That's not a demon.
Right. There you go. As Cody's mic drops. Yeah. As Mike's Cody, the Cody that Mike has drops on the floor. Right.
I don't know what's going on with it. It keeps falling. It's a demon.
It's a demon. It's a demon. It has to be a demon. Absolutely has to be.
I am so going to spend the $42 for this class just because.
I can
get all 3 classes for $9, Cody.
Investigating from one of those online places.
What was that?
I have a degree in paranormal investigating from one of those places.
This is paralearning.org.
That's it.
Oh,
that's
.org?
Yeah. That's it.
It's legit. It's got a .org.
That's the one.
I am so good.
They have 3 courses. You can get all 3 for $90.
Hold on.
So if you don't do the $43 one, you might as well do all 3.
Oh, look at this.
And you get a certificate after it's all done.
Oh my gosh!
What
world have I walked into?
Oh, nope. Get access to all of these courses for one payment of just $70. And this is
There you
diploma in
Oh,
modern.
it's 70 now.
It's
Oh.
70. Oh, see,
And
so you
it's
got.
just one of those things that you do on a cold summer day that you don't have anything else to do. You just sit there and do your para classes.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So a diploma in modern demonology for paranormal investigators.
When your wife leaves you, you'll have classes you can take.
I know. Practical ghost hunting and scientific analysis. You know what? I think locations should start making people show their diplomas.
I know, right? Yeah.
Advanced scientific theory for paranormal. You know what? That actually interests me. You know what? I'm gonna spend $70.
You're getting enticed by an internet ad. Come on, Cody.
Listen. Oh, this one's a good one. Capturing and analyzing EVPs.
Oh shoot, yeah.
I mean,
we
that's
all
worth
should
the
take
70.
that class.
That's worth the $70 right there.
Why don't you do that yourself, Cody? You could make that money. You could just charge $60 and beat the masses.
You could take the information and turn it into a YouTube class and get subscribers.
I have 137 Wait a minute.
There you go.
Hold on, we're gonna check that because that looks accurate. Oh, I lied. I have 138. 138.
Wow.
Hey, I got you beat. I got you beat, Cody. Studio 6 has 212.
There we go. Well, hold on a second.
I don't even look anymore.
I don't even care.
Look.
Right.
Sorry, what do you? How many followers do I have? What the hell? I don't know how all these people
Kent's
come
getting
in.
mad at me
don't know how
because
they
I'm taking over his show. Wait a minute. Is it Studio 6 Media Productions?
Yes.
Yep.
It says you have 29 subscribers. Thank you.
Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
It says you have 8 videos.
He's gonna go look now.
Unless it's the wrong one that I'm looking. Oh no, I was looking at the wrong one. There's 2 of them. What the heck?
What?
Oh,
Yes, there's 2 of them. There's one from Wisconsin. Anyway, you have 213 because I just subscribed.
Yeah. Thank you very much. No. Yeah, my old one was Wisconsin Paranormal Research. That probably had.
That's it. 29.
yeah, that's it. Yep.
And I subscribed
Yeah,
to that one
yeah.
too.
Yep.
I never do anything with that one.
I really
yeah.
don't. The numbers don't matter. The numbers don't matter.
I know.
No,
I know.
they don't.
I just think
They
it's
don't work
funny
anymore.
that
No, I think
it's
I-
just.
I think I got 14, so the Team Paranormal's got more. But,
Okay,
but
know how
Para
many
Addicts
I
has
have.
like 14 for real.
guys.
So
Guys.
Are we,
So the
okay,
next
so we're
subject I
talking
want to
about
discuss
followers
is,
on YouTube, right?
I just found there's a breeze down in my basement. I think it's a demon called Carrier. Sorry, I'll stop.
I don't even know how many I have. Let me look.
Cody, don't you have another show that you do?
Just the Sharpe Side of Paranormal. That's it.
You don't have another podcast, or you have this one with Ken?
I'm not even. No. I'm just filling in today.
Oh, you're just filling in today.
Yeah.
Okay. First show and he's filling in.
at least that's
I
what
don't
we're
even
going
know
with
where
right
to
now.
find my followers.
That's subject to change.
It's subject to change. Cat's like, hey, Cody, listen, I have 5 REM pods and a music box that I have to build. So I should be doing that right now, but I'm filling in.
So
I'm
I just sent you a friend request because I guess I wasn't friends with you on Facebook. So
I just got that.
okay.
And apparently we have like 48 mutual friends.
Yeah, I think Kelly's maybe one of them, but I don't know how mutual she is. Yeah, Kelly's not mutual. She's a pistol, is what she is. So she's not a mutual. She's not a middle person. She's a pistol.
So
Everybody knows what that means.
So you are from Wisconsin?
Yeah.
He is.
That's cool because tomorrow night on my show, I have an all-female team from Wisconsin. It's the Wisconsin Apparition Tracking Society, otherwise known as SWATs.
I think I've heard that. Where at?
It's going to be on
Are
the.
they?
They're I think
I
up
love
by
the name.
Oshkosh area. But
Oh, they're way up there.
yeah,
Okay.
they're way up there. But yeah, it's going to be on the my YouTube channel. But yeah, I just thought it was funny. I just saw
With
that
how
was
many followers?
138.
There you go. You
It's
can
okay.
make 139, Jay.
Yeah.
Kent was going to ask a question. I'm sorry, Kent.
Oh, it's all
Okay.
good. This is what I want.
He's like, you sons of bitches.
Hang on. This is kind of a serious subject. Me and Kelly's discussed this, and I'm not going to name any names or anything. This is when we're talking about ethics and stuff. Let's talk about like sexual harassment of other.
I'd rather.
You froze, Ken.
You froze, Ken.
Do we think be addressed when we
You
know
froze,
about it?
Ken. You froze. We didn't get the question.
We didn't get the question.
Yeah,
You froze.
You froze.
You're still froze.
That's a long freeze. Is he
Really?
gone?
Yeah.
Is he? Oh, it's the ghost of Kent.
Oh no. Now,
Oh, no.
now
Let's see
for
if we
my
can cross
tap
him over.
dancing
We
routine.
crossed him over.
Yes, he is back. Kent.
So we did not hear your question, Kent.
Yeah, I lost signal. I'm in like the strongest Wi-Fi in the county, and it dropped me. So anyway, my question was, what's the like if we know of a paranormal investigator it's sexual harassing and like a female investigator, how do we handle that? And is it a serious problem? It seems to be a serious problem. I mean, I've heard of several
have a
instances
woodshed.
lately. I mean, me
And I'm older than most of
guess
the
we need-
investigators out there, so I'll take him
Yeah.
out to the woodshed and we'll have a little chat.
Right. Right. And a lot of people don't realize, too, is that as of late, and I've been hearing this across the board, that there's been a lot of different instances where, and it doesn't necessarily pertain to males, but
No, it
on both
doesn't.
sides of the fence,
Mm-hmm.
that even at like Paracons is kind of like been a little bit of a hookup place. And I was not really aware of that. But
That's because we didn't
from what
invite
I've
you
been,
to the party.
yeah, right. So, I mean, so evidently, you got to understand is that it's a convention. What happens at a convention? I mean, so, yeah, I mean, but there's people that go into the field that they know what their drive is. I mean, there's certain men that do it and then women do it. I just want to get a good hookup or something like that. And, it's everywhere. So you got to deal with it accordingly. And
Well-
dealing with it accordingly is either reporting it or just removing
It
said
depends on
person
if
from
it's,
that.
if it's consensual, like sometimes it is at conventions.
Right. Right. But
It's
I
their
mean,
business.
that's different.
Clearly
Right.
their
It's their
business.
business.
Yeah.
Right.
But when it's on
But
an
there's certain-
investigation and it's in public or,
Yeah.
reasonably there so, it's not
Mhm.
something that's appropriate either anywhere in this world.
Right.
Except
You're
in
you're there to investigate.
Yeah.
You're not there for the hookup.
Yeah. And if I ever find out anything like that on one of my investigations, they will be ejected immediately, period.
Right.
And there will be
Right.
no
That
no
goes
discussion.
back to the whole paranormal ethics.
Mhm.
That goes back to that whole ethics scene.
Yep.
And being responsible and respectful and all that.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like Kelly said, there's certain things. Definitely, that is one of them. That if we're in an investigation, and they break those, if they break those rules, they will be leaving my investigation immediately. and finding their own way back home. We actually had an investigator that's no longer with us. She was actually an investigator in training still. They decided to bring alcohol with her to one of her investigations, and she got dismissed from the investigation and the team, and had to find her own way home. So I guess it all boils down to, I hate using the term being professional because but you have to represent the field. You can't be doing drugs or alcohol or sexual, or,
Right,
any of that
right.
stuff during the investigation. You're there to investigate. That's what you're there for.
Right. Right. Right.
You can have fun in an investigation, but there's things that cross the line.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. Yep.
I agree.
Absolutely correct.
I mean, you got to have fun. I mean, my team, I consider us a family, and we enjoy we have fun and all that stuff. But they also understand, when we're actually in the middle of the investigation, that's what we're there for. We're there for the investigation. We're not there to, like I did a film. I had a film crew come with us for an investigation. I'm not going to say where the investigation was or who the crew was because I'm just not. But we were while we was recording, they just started. They just decided to start dancing in the middle of the filming while we was trying to do a EVP session. And to me that kind of crosses the line. We need to be focused on the EVP, not dancing out over in the corner. I don't know what it was all about anyway, but
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kent.
yes.
Kent,
Yes.
I have a date tonight, so I have to get going.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to eat dinner yet too.
Yeah.
We're at about 45 minutes, so I guess we can call it a night. But I appreciate everybody joining me today,
It's like an hour to
and I will talk to everybody again shortly.
Yeah.
Thanks
Thanks for having us.
Great. Thanks.
Co-host.
Yeah, we got to say goodbye to the co-host.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Thanks,
Awesome
Cody.
meeting you, Cody. Thank you.
Talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining us.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye.
Congratulations on the first show.
Just click on it.